What's going on, guys? Welcome to For the Fans. I'm your host, Kevin, and I'm here with CJ. Sorry for the even later than normal start time, guys. I'm here in a hotel in Philadelphia. Sorry for the maybe choppy Wi-Fi. I've been trying to figure this situation out because, using hotel Wi-Fi low-key sucks.
High key sucks. Hope you paid for the upgrade, because if not, your stream will be cut short.
I did, and so let's hope that this works. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hi Tasha in the chat, good to see you. We're gonna do the best we can in this stream. CJ, sometimes you might have to jump in there and fill some time if I'm chopping it up, but we're gonna do what we can because we have some fun stuff to talk about because they're still playing. They're obviously still playing because Vince and Morgan are still in the house, so we're fighting long time. And
you have 3 fighting and 1 on vacation.
Yeah, like low key. 4 were fighting. 3 were fighting. 2 were kind of on vacation. One of the 2 thought that he could figure it out, but he's very delusional.
Yes.
So it is what it is. Tasha, thank you for letting me know. It still sounds good. So we'll see how it goes. As you see, I even brought my mic on the road with me. I got my travel mic on the road, so that's good. Because I said I want to make sure I still talk to y'all because I love chatting with y'all every week. And Big Brother was still going into September, so I knew that I had to go, even if I still had to talk. CJ, we got some coded language in this thing. This coded, not coded language going on here. Option 1, option 2. They never talk about an option 2, but option 1 because of things happening, even though we all know things ain't happening
right
at home no more. Like the things at home, they're done. That's a wrap.
You know what's funny? Like, we're talking about it being a wrap. You know how you find like random clickbait articles when you're on social media or Reddit or whatever? So one of them was like, why is Vince going after a girl that looks like his girlfriend? And I looked at the image and like they got the same skin tone and the same like volume of hair, not even texture. I don't understand why everyone
that's where it ends.
Yeah, like they don't look like each other.
That's about it. That's about it. It's the one thing that's so funny to me is that like Vince, and we're gonna talk about it more, especially when we talk about it in the spoilers. But Vince constantly says, "I'm gonna get out the house and like people are gonna love you, and no one's gonna even like me." And she's like, "No, Vince, I'm not gonna even let you think like that." And I'm like, low key, like maybe, like that's kind of possible. I mean, so I was listening to Rob had the podcast the other day, Siege, and Quinn from last season was on.
Okay.
And he was on, and he was saying that Cam was interested in Morgan. And at the beginning of the season, she was talking about how she had a crush on Cam from last season. That's a love connection right there. I'm sure Monty's interested. That's a love connection right there. There's people that are definitely out there in the space. What's up, Paula, in the chat? There's definitely people out there in the space that are definitely going to be.
And those are just Big Brother people. Let's not forget, like, Morgan might be going to the challenge, which means...
Bro, she is a streamer, which means going on the challenge is easy money.
Yeah. So, like, Morgan goes on the challenge. You got Big Brother people. You got Survivor people, you got Challenge people, you got Love Island people.
As you know, Kylan and Jag are out here as professional grifters on TikTok, right? They're already, Casey, they're professional grifters out here streaming and making people give them galaxies and whatever on TikTok. She already does that to play video games. She could just leverage that by going on the challenge, jump on TikTok, also with her Twitch stream, she's already going to jump into that pool. All of a sudden now, Turbo's going to be hollering at her. Horatio, he's single now. Horatio's single now. And he in LA. You know what I'm saying? And is she going to fight with Nurys? We in a whole nother world right now. Tasha right here in the chat, though. Morgan is way too strong-willed for Monty.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Monty. Well, in the chat. Jimmy Clout and another. It's true.
It is true. But it's like, you're crazy. Right, though. Like, the people who go play these games, like, no matter what it is, you either go back to your day job or you become a grifter on social media.
Yeah. And then you go do the challenge, you run the challenge gauntlet for a little bit, and Morgan's going to clean up. So, Vince, I don't know what you thought you about to do. You better go back to your parents' house. Maybe they might kick you out for embarrassing them.
Yeah, and like, you don't even have to be a challenge for, like, you could, if you get bigger than the challenge, which isn't that hard, like maybe you go on to House of Villains, or you go on to Deal or No Deal Island, where you can make real money.
Bro, you can go on Dondi. You're right. Go on Dondi, and then you're making millions.
Yeah,
and then like, well, the best part though is that Morgan already has a fan base, and is going to
explode,
increase. It's going to increase.
What does she play online? I think we said she played Apex Legends.
We were talking about Apex. She plays Apex for sure. I think she plays Fortnite too. So she already has that base.
Yeah.
Of people that are watching her play games.
Like, if
she also models.
She models. She was a collegiate athlete, so I'm sure she can go do stuff. Hell, American Gladiators is coming back. Maybe they put her on that.
Bruh, like more. Man, Vince, bruh, you're out of your depth, my guy. Like,
but what Vince does see is dollar signs, and he wants to get up out of his parents' house because he's not moving in with his girlfriend anymore.
Well, listen, I don't know how he thinks he's going to do it, because $75,000 is not going to be enough.
Maybe he thinks he's getting the extra 125 for America's favorite player.
No, he ain't doing that. He know there ain't no way you can betray every single ally you ever had. There ain't nothing loyal. He ain't loyal to nothing except for Morgan. And even that, he's not sure. He ain't loyal to Keanu. He ain't loyal to Lauren. He ain't loyal to his girlfriend. He ain't loyal to his parents. He ain't loyal to his underwear. He ain't loyal to nobody. To nothing. He ain't loyal to anything.
It's because he sucks.
It's because he sucks. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Let's jump into it, CJ. Because this has been some great batch of episodes. Because I want to start off with Zingbot, man. Because Zingbot, he came through with them zings. And I like the way they edited them.
I liked how they edited them too.
The way they edited the zings was pretty funny. And, we had to grab the zings because we had to break them down. Because every season we talk about the zings, most of them trash. Every season, 2, pretty good. 1, stellar. 2, pretty good. Rest of them trash.
But it's funny because usually the stellar one is the one that changes how that person is playing the game.
Correct. And in this one, it changed how these 2 people moved through the game. Not the game itself. Not the game. It changed how they moved through their relationship.
Yes.
So, first one, we're going to start off with Lauren, right? Very easy. He said, I have a nursery rhyme. I'm even going to sing it, right? He said, I have a nursery rhyme for the baby of the house. She's draining. She's boring. We're all sick of Lauren. She ums and errs through her answers and leaves us loudly snoring. Bore, zing, 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 zing. Not that great.
I feel
but also Lauren, not that great.
I feel like we could have gotten another verse, but she hasn't given us enough this season to get a second verse on a nursery rhyme.
Correct. What's up? What's up, Alex? I'm glad you could stumble across us on your homepage. Good to see you. Make sure you follow and subscribe because we out here just doing our thing.
It's funny because Lauren, she could have gotten the same Catherine BB comic treatment if she had gone out then.
This is true. Man, like I wish I still had that comic to pull up. Like that was
just nothing. Like the fact that we had crickets, that's been Lauren's game outside of being linked to Vinny.
Yes, except for letting Vinny screw her over constantly.
Yeah.
It's been doing a lot of nothing, a lot of just thinking. Like, I feel bad for you, CJ, because you were like, Lauren is who I would team with if I could. And that was early.
I know. And I said that, and immediately the next week I pulled that back and have been trying to walk that back all season because the way she was talking about things at that point, I was like, okay, she thinks about the game the same way I think about the game. And then she went and completely did the wrong thing every single time after that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if it's just because she's young or if she's dumb. Like, I hate to call her dumb because she's not. The wife coined a better word. She's vapid. There's just nothing there.
She said, I may be young, but she was not ready like Beyonce. She was not ready.
Not ready.
That was the problem. And the hard part with Lauren specifically is that the indecision, like Rachel hit the nail on the head. The indecision was a big problem. And it's what made everything just whack. Like that's just it. It made it whack. And so all of her decisions were just the battles. And she would be like, Vinny, what should I do? And then Vinny's a weasel. And then he would just say what made sense for his game. But like all the things were basically what made sense for Morgan's game.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Ultimately though, that Zing, meh. What do you rank? It was
fine. Like
out of 10.
I don't even have to go out of 10. How many people were still in the house at that point? 6?
6. Yeah.
Probably the worst one.
You think it's the worst one? I don't think it's the worst one. I
would put it 5th because I think Ashley's was worse.
Okay. You say 5th. Okay. So next we have Kelly's. Hotel Mystere is full of freakish oddities, terrifying mask, a poison bar, a devious mastermind. But the creepiest thing of all is Kelly. Makes people uncomfortable, Zing. The Zing. This is a 3 because this is true. Like this is factual. She's a weirdo and she's creepy and she finds bugs and she brings them in the house. And this is all true. This is all no lies detected.
The best part is that makes people uncomfortable Zing, and then they cut to her in the DR and she's like, yeah, I know I make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and she's like cool with it. It's weird.
She's weird.
No lies detected. I don't.
Yeah.
That's a 3. It's a 3 on the scale. I think it's pretty accurate, pretty good thing. That was right there on the scale.
You know what's really funny to me is she makes people uncomfortable, and people like they tolerate her the way you like tolerate a family member. It's like I have to. It's fine. Whatever. That's how the house seemed to treat her, as opposed to Vince, who like maybe don't make people uncomfortable, but he's constantly lying to you and manipulating you, and yet all of these people keep running back to him, wanting to work with him. It doesn't make any sense to me,
bro. Like Vince doesn't know how to tell the truth. Like I don't know. It's so weird because he lies to you. He lies to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the crazy. Like he's lying to the camera when he's just by himself.
And that's
understand. Weird. Like he tells us like he might take out Morgan, but like he's not. Like it's like we see everything. Like we see it all. We know you're not going to do this. Like it's weird. Like,
well, how do you get us to believe that you're gonna take out Morgan, but you also are like floating the idea of having a relationship with Morgan?
Right. Like, do you also think we don't see that?
Yeah, that would be like if like Boston Rob had cut Amber, at 3 in Survivor.
After telling Lex to protect my girl, right?
Yeah.
Like after he tells Lex that, because we saw that, and then he also cuts her.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy work. That would never happen.
Never.
Right? It'll be crazy work. Speaking of Vince, here's the next thing. Vince, you're a 34-year-old crybaby who's unemployed and lives with his mom and dad. I thank you, but life beat me to it. The truth hurts. Zing, 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 a zing, 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 a zing, zing. Now, this would have been one. This is an easy one. This is a 2, though.
Yeah.
This is a 2. You know what, though? I'm not even gonna lie. For me, this is actually 1. This is 1. I know we said this is. I know the people were saying that the other one's a 1. To me, this is the 1. So, because this is just facts. Like this is
the only reason why I have the other one being number 1, even though it's mean as hell, is that it was more devastating than this one, and this one's pretty devastating.
And it created more. It created more. It's going to create more.
Yeah.
Troubles. Right, but like, this is factual. Like everything in this, you're a 34-year-old crybaby. Seen it. Who's unemployed? Heard about it.
Yep.
Who lives with his mom and dad? Heard about it. I zing you, but life beat me to it. Like I would love to roast you, but what I mean, you already doing a good job yourself. So, I mean,
yeah.
Humane says vote for AFP. We can get down with that. We are fine with that. We'll leave that up for a little bit. Shouts to you, Humane. Thanks for coming in the chat. Let's vote Rachel for AFP. We'll keep that up there. I'm good with Keanu as well, but Rachel's good too.
I'm good with Humane. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining in. If you haven't watched before, everybody in the chat is already voting for Rachel for AFP.
Yeah, Rachel. Keanu's great too, but Rachel's who we're voting for. Before was Will. We were voting for Will before, but Rachel has gotten our votes since she was unjustly eliminated. We're voting for Rachel here.
But based on our conversations with our casual friends, I think Keanu's winning.
Yeah, probably. And I'm cool with it because they're doing a great job of like showcasing Keanu, even though he's an idiot and doesn't know what's going on in the game. And we'll talk about that later. Juan said he's good. He's voting for Keanu, and I get it. But Rachel was unjustly done. And Juan, we love having you here. Vote for Keanu. We're cool with it. But I'm with you, Maine. Vote for Rachel. I'm voting for Rachel.
Yep.
Let's go to the next one, CJ, because this Vince one. By the way, chat, let us know about how you feel about that Vince thing, because I think it should be number 1 personally. I know the people think it's number 2, but let us know what you think. Next up, CJ. We have another pretty bad one. It's Ava's. This one's pretty lame. Ava, I love that you wear nothing but boho chic. Sorry, I misspoke. I meant to say hobo shit. Peace, love, and terrible fashion thing. Coming for a close, dog.
She doesn't have a personality.
She does.
I mean, like, she's the quote-unquote flower child who's, like, there to chill, except she's kind of bitchy.
Yeah.
But that's not really, like, anything he can make fun of. So you come after her clothes, or you come after the fact that she slept through the game.
Yeah, that's what he probably should have came at the fact that she was sleepwalking. I'm surprised you're awake right now, something like that. Like that would have been probably better.
Yeah.
That would have been actually a much better thing. This one's a 4. 5. I think this one's the 5. This one's 5.
This one's 5.
Yeah. This one's 5. Lauren's 4. Yeah, this was 5. Lauren's 4. Ashley's at 6, I think.
Ashley is definitely at 6. Yeah. Lauren would go up to 4.
Yeah. Keanu, you love fantasy role playing games. In fact, you've brought them to life inside the Big Brother house. You have the feet of a troll, the snore of an ogre. Whenever I see the word ogre, it always like fucks me up because it's OGRE.
Yeah.
And I want to say ogre.
Orge. Yeah. Like in my brain, it's spelled Orge, ORGE. But then I looked at it, I'm like, no, that's not right. It's
how you say
ogre, OGRE.
Yeah. You have the feet of a troll, the snore of an ogre, and the stench of an orc. But instead of peeing in the forest, you do it all over the bathroom floor. That's the rumor zing. Now,
way to call back to some old shit, which was
that's
great.
some old shit, man. I thought we were done with that shit.
We're not done with Ashley showering, so apparently we're not done with this either.
Yeah, and so this was not that great. This one's fine, whatever. Somewhere on the list. We'll rerun the numbers at the end.
I guess that Ashley's definitely last, so then we would go Lauren, Keanu, Kelly, Vince.
Morgan. There's 7 people. That's where we did the math.
Oh, yeah.
There's 7 people now. There's 7 people. Right,
yeah.
Because the double. So there was a double.
So Ashley's 7, Ava's 6.
Yeah.
Keanu's 5, Lauren's 4.
Tasha's funny in the chat because Keanu did ask after he said, "Hey man, do I smell?" that was hilarious. He had a double check. He's like, "Hey man, like I don't smell, do I?" He's like, "No man," but Vince lied, so who knows? He might smell. He might smell.
The ogre feet is something I did notice a while, like week 2. I was like, this man never wears shoes outside of competitions, like competitions and live episodes.
They make him put shoes on.
Yeah.
Ashley's. This is the one we keep talking about. Ashley's because I think this one just doesn't like fit right. Yeah. With Ashley's right here, it goes, "Hey losers, here's another musical number. Rachel had a little friend. Rachel had a little friend. Her name escapes me now. And everywhere that Rachel went. Everywhere that Rachel went, this clinger was sure to go. She called out Keanu like Rachel did. She called out Keanu like Rachel did. But iconic she is not. She's not very memorable. She's not very memorable except for her showers. Peaked on day 1. Zing. This is untrue. This is patently untrue. She has been doing work this entire game. It's undercover. You haven't shown it on the show, but she's doing work.
And that's the problem, is the perception of her on the show, but also within the house, is she's not doing anything. And because this cast is bad, they don't acknowledge social game, which is why Rachel's going to have to change their mind in jury.
You can't edit social game. You can't edit social game. Figure that shit out. Yes. You only know competition. You only know competition. That's why Jag won the game.
That was the worst.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So like, that's why you guys think that, not you guys, obviously, like people watching here, production doesn't know how the shit works.
Yes. But and I think that goes back to Grodner. Like, Grodner's about competition wins and meddling.
Yeah. Tasha right here, production doesn't want her to win. They don't. Like, they would hate if Ashley won this game.
Yes.
They hate to see it. They hate to see a strategic bitch coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why they hate to see Andy Herron win. That's a Andy Herron win is the worst kind of win for them. Because someone doing that shit on a down low, they hate to see it.
That was who was it that won Survivor recently? Gabler? With the like, well, what did you do to win? Nothing. but none of them had done anything.
That one's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't,
Yeah.
they can't, they don't know how to show anything like that. They got to figure out how to show subtlety, right? They did a very good job last season showing Chelsea, but Chelsea was so dominant, and she like manipulated Mackenzie so well
Yeah.
that it was easy to show.
Yes.
Doing things subtly, like the Littlefinger game or the Varys game, is hard to show.
Yes.
And that's the hard part. That's what we talked about that earlier this season. The Varys game is hard to show.
It was funny because like it was easy for them to show it blow up on Cirie. But it was because Izzy was the one that would waffle all the time. But this time you have so many people waffling and nobody like standing 10 toes down on anything. It's really hard to show because you can't attribute it to her when these people have been constantly changing their mind all season.
Tis true, which is why they think that and that's the hard part, because production says, let's just paint Ashley as a bad player, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then that'll just be the end of it. And that's what they're gonna do. Which then leads us to the last zing, which is from Morgan. Poor Morgan. Morgan here. Indeed, Jackie, it is lame because they just don't know what to do with that shit. Right. The last one we have here is from Morgan. It is, Morgan, what do you call someone who lights up when Vince enters the room, gives him long, passionate hugs, and warm, affectionate cuddles? His girlfriend. Zing. Zing, 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 zing. Quiet in the room. Pin drop. Mic drop. Nobody knew what to say.
You know when like everybody in a group knows something except for like one person?
Yeah.
And then somebody says the quiet part out loud?
Yeah.
That's what this felt like. Like all of them had talked about it, but none of them had talked about it to them.
Yeah.
And then he came in and said it, and she's like, oh shit, that's what everybody thinks.
And it was like, oh, you all know? And I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They've done a great job editing, showing it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, this one hit.
Yeah. That's why this one has to be a 1. To me, it's still number 2, but this is a 1 because of the impact. Because then it sent Morgan spiraling. She's like, bet, it's time to wash some dishes. We're washing dishes in here. Zingbot, you can leave. Thank you. You're no longer needed here. Bye.
But you also saw Vince go to his notebook and be like, if relationship successful, piss her off when you want house cleaned.
Write down the note.
Yeah.
As Juan said, after that, a pizza got violated. That's a fact. That's exactly what happened. Yep. It was the most. It led to a very awkward, tense moment. I think a part of that was editing, but it was like you said. It was like an open secret that everybody knew. That she didn't know that everybody knew, because they constantly leading up to this. We had talked about this for like the last 2 weeks of them talking about everything's cool. We're just friends.
Yeah,
it's all platonic. This is what friends do.
The two of them saying it's all platonic while you have shots of the other house guests being like, it's weird, it's too far, like going back to Will being in the house.
Correct. Well, even before Will, even when Rachel was in the house, Rachel talking about it.
Yeah, so like
Mickey talking about it.
Yeah.
Like it was an interesting situation. And then we have them doing this for weeks, and people are like, okay, and they're like, we're just friends, guys.
No, but it's funny because it's we're just friends, and at various points throughout the season, you and I have had conversations with different people where it's like it's gone too far, it's cheating, it's it's this, it's that, and I'm like, well, it depends on like number one what your definition of cheating is, because like to some people it was just like them spending all that time together. Them cuddling is the line for some people. For me, it's like okay, I feel like he's emotionally cheating, and I felt that way for a while, but up until the last week, I don't think it's gotten super crazy. You know what
I
I
want to have a
mean?
more in-depth conversation about this in the spoilers because I have a lot to say about that idea. Come that time because I have a different take, but I have a lot to say about that come the spoiler time.
Right.
Tasha says, "Do you think that this should have been Vince's thing? Because it seems like they're trying to blame Morgan, and Vince is in the relationship. So this is a big one, right? And because they are trying to blame Morgan,
Yes.
I'm not even going to try to hold you. They are trying to blame Morgan. Julie has said Julie said on God 101 or whatever the fuck Julie does her thing. Julie said that Morgan's wrong for what she's doing to Vince. She said that like straight up, as if Morgan's the one doing this.
It's funny because her saying that is like everybody in the house giving Vince a pass for something shitty he has done to them.
Thank you. And I was like, I clutched my pearls when I saw Julie say that. I was like, Julie, you don't even watch this show. How do you know what's going on in this house? and they're definitely trying to paint this as if Morgan's the one doing something wrong.
Right.
And Vince is the one in the relationship, which we will definitely talk about come that time because they talk about it more. And in the spoilers, we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
And Jackie's in agreement. She definitely thinks Vince should be in the hot seat. Paula says Vince is dumb. Yes, he is.
She said,
for those that are just joining us for the first time, this show we hate Vince. He sucks. So let's make sure that's he's a weasel. He's a sniveling rat face weasel that sucks. I want to make sure that my stance on Vince is out there for those that don't know.
Like on this podcast, Vince's last name is Sucks.
Yeah, so that's for sure. Make sure that's clear. And we have no sponsors, so I don't give a damn. And I'll say whatever I want. And we also ain't got no Patreon because we just here because we want to be. So
because we like talking shit about Vince.
Yeah, we like hanging out with y'all. So that's just what we out here to talk about. That's why we out here to doing that. But let's talk about the next subject because I want to talk about the real thing that we're here to talk about. Morgan's HOH. So Morgan had an HOH this week. You may be saying, but Kevin, Morgan wasn't the HOH. Yes, she was. It was very nice of her to let Vinny stay in our HOH room. But right. Morgan had an HOH this week. For her HOH, she let Vince choose to put up originally Kelly and Ava initially. She pushed very hard for him to put up Lauren initially. But he said no. He stood 10 toes down for a second. And he said, I am not putting up Lauren. And Morgan would not be deterred. And she said, like, hell, you won't. And she said, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to win another veto, which she did. And said, now, Vinny, my number one, I'm going to hold your feet to the fucking fire. And you're not going to put up my friend Ashley. And I'm going to make you put up your friend Lauren.
It's funny because they try to edit it like it's her talking him into it. But like knowing the dynamics of their relationship, it's like when a parent is telling a kid to do something and the kid's like, I don't wanna. And she's like, you're gonna do it. And he's like, okay. And then eventually the kid goes and does it.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy because, like, this is not good for Vince's game.
Has anything Vince done been good for Vince's game?
No, and it's dumb. It's so dumb. And it's so crazy because he tells before Vince even does the thing. Before Vince even does the thing, he talks to Lauren and says, "Hey, Lauren, I'm thinking about putting you up. What do you think about that?" And she's like, "What? Absolutely not." And then he goes back to Morgan and he says, "She's not down for it." Bro, the moment you told Lauren you were thinking about putting her up, you should have put her up because the genie is now out the bottle.
Yeah, it's like saying that you're in a relationship and telling your significant other you plan on cheating on them. Hey, just a heads up, I'm going out with my coworker on Thursday, and we're definitely having sex.
we might have sex. We're definitely getting a room though. There's a possibility, but who knows?
Yeah, like
who knows?
Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Like once you've said this, I think you're done. Like you might as well do it.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because it's already out there. And so the same situation, like, so when he does it, so then Morgan still pushing here, right? So then she goes out, she wins the veto. She comes back and she tells Vinny, now's the time to do this. She could easily just like not use this veto.
She could.
And CJ, I love this because they don't show it so much on the episode as much as it happened in real life. She's like, we just got to break this streak. She's not going to go home. We're not going to vote her out. 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 He's like, you promise you're not going to vote her out? We promise. We're not going to vote her out.
But
you promised.
What he didn't see was her fingers were crossed behind her back.
That's the thing. They weren't crossed behind her back. They weren't. She said it with her full chest. We're not going to vote her out.
Unless.
He said, you promise. And she said, yes, I promise. And then he said, okay. And then Lauren's like, you're really going to do this? This is dumb. And he's like, they're not going to vote you out. They're not going to vote you out. So then he does it. And then Ashley says, we should vote her out. And then Morgan's like, should we? I told her we wouldn't. And then she's like, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I can't give Morgan that much credit because, like, because I like Morgan, I want to believe that she had already thought of this. But the way they edit it and the way she moves through the game, it's entirely possible that this was the first time she had that epiphany that, like, oh, maybe we should vote Lauren out. Because I think she might dislike her because of her relationship with Vinny, but I don't think she views her as a threat.
She does view her as a threat. Different kind of threat, though.
I think she's afraid to sit next to her at Final Two, but I don't think she's afraid of having to beat her in a competition.
Correct, because she thinks she can beat everybody except for Keanu.
Yes.
She thinks that Lauren's a formidable, but she thinks she can beat everybody else.
Yes.
Vince doesn't count because she thinks that Vince can beat her, but she thinks that they can trade them. But they're working together. They're one person in her mind. We're working as a unit. So she thinks Keanu's the only one that's in the enemy. So that doesn't count. But she found Lauren formidable. But Lauren voted her out. Remember, Lauren put her on her block. She sees Lauren as a threat to her existence. She then has to be a threat to Lauren's existence. Vinny has chosen Lauren over her before. She is convinced Lauren will do it again. Zach chose Lauren over her. She has watched people choose Lauren over her.
Yes.
she'll be damned if someone else chooses Lauren over her again. So she needs to take Lauren out. Lauren is 100% a threat to her. So I say for other reasons, Lauren is her biggest threat. So when she's sitting up there, she's like, Keanu don't mean shit to me. Like in terms of like a threat.
In that moment, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought maybe Kelly was a threat. But now that I sit here and think about it, because Ashley, this is what I'm talking about in terms of social game. During that whole week, every time Vince would talk to Lauren, as he was like trying to reassure Lauren that she wasn't going home, Ashley was like, you see how they talking over there?
Yep.
You see them talking over there? You see that? You see that? And she's like, why is he talking to her so much? Why is he talking to her so much?
I mean, I think it's funny because that's essentially what Kelly and Lauren were doing when they were sitting outside of the HOH room.
Yes.
And they show Kelly like popping in.
Yeah.
Same thing, just not as sly because like you said, there's not an easy way to show the type of game that Ashley is playing.
Correct. And so while she was doing that, she was gassing her. And she was constantly gassing her. And then it was great because as she gassed Morgan, when Vince would be like, he would have those conversations with Ashley in the room with Morgan, and she'd be like, Ashley, why is Morgan so gassed up? And then Ashley would be like, I think Morgan's kind of right. Not knowing that she gassed her to get to that point.
Right.
And then she like would come with the same argument, but from a different angle, because she gave her the angle to come at her with.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't show, they don't know how to show any of that, but like by doing all of that, she was able to get Morgan to the point that she was like, I'm ready to get Lauren up out of here.
Yep.
So when she was ready to get Lauren up out of here, it wasn't easy when they get to Thursday. And they go into it where Vince is like, you're telling me that you're not keeping Lauren under any circumstances? And she's like, no. And we got into a very rare CJ. Lose. I've never seen someone have an HOH, which was Morgan, have an HOH and still get the vote. But so
usually it's when there's a tie.
Right. Vince was in a lose situation. He was in a situation where if Keanu won the blockbuster and Lauren and Kelly were on the block, Keanu, Ashley, and Morgan were just going to vote Lauren out straight away.
Yeah.
Lauren was gone. If Kelly won the blockbuster, Keanu and Lauren were going to be on the block.
The vote would have been
Kelly
split.
and Ava were going to vote. Yeah, Kelly and Ava were going to vote for Keanu. Morgan and Ashley were going to vote for Lauren. And he was going to have to choose. And if he voted out Keanu, he would have to then choose to now ride. He was throwing his lot in with Kelly, Lauren, and Ava. Ava, who still calls him Vinny the Lip. Kelly, who still doesn't trust him because he done burned her and put her on the block several times. And Lauren only.
Yes.
And lastly, as we saw what happened, if Lauren won the HOH, he had to piss off Lauren because he said that, because she said, you're voting out Keanu. And he said, yeah. But he knew all along he was voting out Kelly. Now, Tasha said, we're saying it was Morgan's HOH, but was it really Ashley's HOH? Low key it was. But Ashley won't get any credit for it. Yeah. Because Ashley doesn't have enough credibility in this game to get it. So Morgan takes all of Benny's stuff. Just takes all of his credit. But Morgan's the one that pushes harder. Ashley works under the radar.
Morgan just grinds him down. She just sits
Yeah.
next to him and says, "We're going to do this." And then he's going to be like, "Well, I don't know." And she's going to say, "No, we're going to do this." And you do that for long enough, you will break someone's will. And it sounds like Vinny has a very strong will.
And that's exactly what she did. And she was able to get exactly what she wanted done. But like you're right, it's exactly what Ashley needed done. Which was to get Lauren on the block and Lauren up. Now, to her credit, Lauren's a very good competitor. She has a future on the challenge as well.
I don't know if she wants it.
I don't know if she wants it either, but dare I say,
yeah,
DM vibes.
I can see that.
DM vibes. She has a long history. She has a long future on the challenge. She's only like 23. She's young. She's pretty. She's very sweet. She has a long future on the challenge if she wants it. But Lauren wins this competition. She wins the blockbuster, and we see Kelly go. Kelly tries to blow up Vinny's game. But if you're already a sleazy weasel, who the hell cares? Touch said, who's 23? I think Lauren's like 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah. She's like fresh out of college young. She was the youngest one in the house.
Yeah. I'm going to look it up to be sure. But like, Kelly tried to blow up the game. Doesn't work.
She's not hiding bugs.
It doesn't work because everybody already knows Vinny sucks. She's 23 years old. She turned 23 August 24th. She turned 23 in the house.
Damn.
Yeah. Youngster. But
I do think that this season has been interesting because they've had a wider age gap.
Yeah.
Like, I know they've had the wider age gap the last few seasons, but I feel like Will and Rachel broke the mold in that they fit in with the young people. And then like Keanu and Vince are de facto young people.
Yeah.
Mickey too, even though they weren't part of the young, they were considered
Morgan
the older
too.
part. Yeah.
They're the same age, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the people in their 30s that like you could have told me they were 25 and I would have said okay.
Mm-hmm. So Lauren stays. She's got to deal with Vince, but then we hear boom, boom, double eviction time. We're getting some double eviction. We're like, what's going to happen here? Same verse, new verse, same as the first. Morgan wins the actual HOH.
Which is weird because when you have an HOH, I didn't know you could compete in the next HOH.
Jag style. She gets to play again. And this time, though, heat-seeking missile. One mission only. Take out Lauren. That's it. That is all.
And I love that she talked to Lauren first after she won. And she was like, yeah, you're going up. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then she gave Ava the choice. Do you want to be up now or do you want to be up as a replacement nom?
Yeah. But you're going up.
Yeah.
Like, you're going up. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, you're going to go up. I don't know what else to tell you. You're going up. Sorry. And you're going to be sitting next to her.
Well, it's funny because she essentially told her, you're just going to sit next to whoever we're voting out. But you're sitting there. It is what it is.
And I thought it was so crazy, CJ, when Vince is like, okay. But what if I win the veto? I was like, you are even asking this question right now? You know what she wants to happen. You're considering what happens if you win the veto?
He wants to have his cake and eat it too so bad.
Bro, like, you're like Morgan is on a mission to take Lauren out tonight.
But are you really surprised that this man would ask that question after being the man that asked, well, what if you use the veto on me when they were both on the block?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I just couldn't believe that he He's like, Lauren's gonna want me to use it on her. Bro, she's going home.
Yeah.
Sure, you won't get her jury vote. You weren't gonna get it. It doesn't matter. You weren't gonna get it anyway.
Well, you getting her jury vote isn't what's best for my game.
Like you if you take her down, we are done.
Yes. If you take her down, the next time I get the chance, I'm putting you two up.
And like you don't, and like I don't know if you understand that. Like I then have to put up Keanu, and then Keanu goes home, or
Yeah.
then Keanu goes home, and then we're done.
Yeah. So Keanu, who wants to save you, is gone, and I'm pissed at you.
Yeah, it's a wrap for us. So like, after
Or
everything we just went through,
or you save Keanu, and
no, it would have to be Keanu. It would have to, because like if
no,
Lauren,
but what I'm saying is like you don't use it, therefore saving Keanu.
yeah,
because then you can go to Keanu and say, see, I could have used this, and you would have gone up, and you would have gone home, but I do trust you, which is why I didn't do that.
yeah, like it's just crazy. But we go through the veto. It comes down to she puts Keanu up. It comes down to Keanu and
Was it Keanu and Morgan? It was Keanu and
Morgan?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't do math.
It comes down to Keanu Morgan, which was fantastic. Keanu uses it on himself, puts up Ava. Lauren's out of here.
Yeah.
Simple and clean.
Is what it is.
Didn't even have to deal with it. The fact that Vinny tried to rally a vote for Lauren was crazy to me.
The fact that Morgan just dismisses it is crazier to me.
Yeah.
This dude is like openly, like, it's again, it's like being in a relationship and he's like openly pining for someone else to you. And I don't mean this romantically. I mean this like game wise.
Yeah.
If you're my if you're my number one and you're telling me you still want to work with someone else that closely, you're not my number one. Which means you can go home.
Yeah, and I'm with Mary. I felt like that Morgan, like low key, let Keanu have it. She said later on that she was happy that he won it, so I don't think she let him have it because I think that she was nervous that she would have to still do the same thing.
Yeah, because Vinny won. Yeah, or Vinny would beg her to use it.
He would beg her to use it, but that would have been that everything worked out the way it needed to go. And so the double eviction worked out, but it was kind of meh, kind of like the rest of the season. But we got rid of both the people we expected to get rid of this week.
Yeah, it just went in. It went opposite the order I thought it was going to happen.
Right.
I thought Lauren was going home at the start of the episode. She went home at the end.
Mary's right. Lauren flopped to the end. All the way through.
I do like that when she finally got some personality and we got some stuff from her, it was time to send her home.
Yep. And it was her finally fighting, but it was just too late. Too little too late. Yeah. You know, we're just a little too late. CJ, it's time for us to talk about the last thing we got to talk about before we just jump into the spoilers. Keanu can't let it go.
Nope.
CJ, why can this dude just not understand that Vinny's not that into him? Why can't he get it?
All Keanu wanted was some bro time.
Why can't he get it?
All the girls sitting there, he's probably trying to make a deal, blah, 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 blah. And Keanu's legitimately like
Good night,
trying
Paula.
to have... Legitimately, he's just trying to have bro time. He's like, this competition could go all night if I don't have to deal with these women.
Yeah. The, they get out of there, and he's like, finally, me and Vince hanging out. HOH comp, us two boys, and I'm safe with whatever happens.
Yeah,
I'm safe. I'm safe with whatever happens here. We're good to go because Vince is going to be me and Vince. The fact that he says at one point, CJ, the fact that he says, I know that he's close with Morgan because she's up there with him 23 hours of the day, but they fight for 20 hours of the day. So maybe he just saved me. He just saved me by getting rid of Kelly. Not the other two girls that voted for me to stay here. So maybe I've risen to his number one. No, bro.
that's Keanu math.
It's like
I've heard of. That's not quite Steiner math, but it's getting there.
It's so bad. It doesn't make sense, Keanu. He's not that into you.
But Keanu doesn't have any other options. That's the problem.
He's
it's like Riley and Catherine all over again.
And Tasha's right. Vince never wanted to be aligned with Keanu. And so you can't feel bad for him. And it's true because he's told him in so many ways. Vince has never wanted to work with any of these people that wanted to work with Vince. He's told them. He's shown them. Kelly figured it out eventually.
But he can't quit Lauren and Morgan.
Correct. Because they at least like stayed loyal to him, even though he was still not really good allies to Lauren. But like Keanu, he constantly showed it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't understand how Keanu just never understood how this is not the way it was going. So he, even when he's running through these ideas with Vince just why doesn't he understand that Vince is just placating him?
Because the biggest problem for Keanu is when Rachel left the game, she was the only one that was feeding him any kind of information or perspective in the house. And after that point, everyone has just been lying to him.
But he didn't believe Rachel.
But he would at least fact check stuff with Vince and then have, like, eventually he would figure out what Rachel was telling him was true. And now he doesn't have Rachel telling him that.
Because Arthur in the chat, Vorgan power couple facts. Like it just doesn't make sense at all. It just doesn't make sense that he never saw the forest from the trees. Like he never.
Nah. But why would he?
Why would he? Because it was always there. Always.
But he was constantly just, oh, that's a tree. Oh, that's a tree. Oh, that, like, Keanu just, he made up his mind and he was rocking with it. And that was his downfall in the house.
Mm-hmm. And he just can't, like, let the fact that Vince is not on a rock with you go.
Well, because the bros should be working together. Like, Zay would have been his number one.
Facts.
Keanu would have been Zay, Zach, and probably still Vince.
And Riley. Them my boys.
Yeah.
We're rocking.
And that's who he would have been riding with. And now all he has left is Vince.
He wants to remake that. He wants to remake Four Brothers. He wants to remake that movie. Four Brothers.
So yeah, it's sad to say that, like, and Riley didn't want to work with Keanu either.
No. Zach didn't work with Keanu.
Work with him. We don't know if Zay wanted to work with him because he went home week 1.
Yeah, he wasn't there long enough. That's why it just didn't make sense because like he just didn't. They never wanted it, but he was like, "We're doing this," and they're like, "We're not though," and he's like,
Nah.
"But we are. Let's go." And even though they constantly showed him that they weren't, he still believed that they were. He was like, "I'm rooting for Vince to win this thing." The fact that Morgan's like, the last thing we want is for Keanu to win, and Ashley was like, "I'm kind of cool with the Keanu win because I can't have Vince win because he's going to protect Morgan. That's factual."
Yep.
Ava's like, "Can't have Vince win because he's going to protect Morgan. That's factual.
Yeah.
We need Keanu to win because he's our best chance of maybe not protecting Vince." And he's like, "I'm going to protect Vince. Bro, just nod and let me know because you're good. You're a good guy." And Vince is like, "But you're not going to be good. So why would I be good? That doesn't make sense. I'm putting you up." He's like, "No, bro, I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. Don't let the girls see it, but I got you." Because he did. And he was serious.
No, you know what was wild to me is at what point we were at what? 3 dudes and 7 or 8 women?
Yeah.
And we're now down to 2 and 3?
Yeah.
How did the girls never look around and just be like, we need to take these, like, just let's take these dudes out and us girls can fight it out at the end? Like, how did they never girl power it up at some point?
Because they never needed to.
But they should have.
The reason I say that is because Morgan was locked in with Vince once Zach went home, right?
Yes.
Keanu was never. They all tried to take out Keanu, but Keanu won and saved himself every time in terms of like blockbusters.
I guess that's true.
They put him up.
You never had a chance to take the shot at Keanu to ensure Vince would eventually go out.
Right. Will was with the girls, so he was chilling. Morgan, Kelly, and no, not Kelly. Kelly, Ava, and Lauren were essentially on one side of the house. Rachel, Ashley, and Morgan were on the other side. Mickey was in the middle.
Because I'm also surprised that Keanu just didn't pull Will and Vince aside and just be like, "Hey, like, there's a lot of women left. Just know I'm never gonna vote you out rest of the game."
Well, see, once Will betrayed Keanu and voted out Zay, which he didn't, it was over.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of it on that one. So, all in all, Vince wins, and then he betrays Keanu, and Keanu finally sees the light, sorta, and he puts up when Vince tells him, "I'm putting you up," and he's like, "Really, dude? You're putting me up again? You're saving Morgan again? I thought I taught you a lesson when I put you up last time."
I think the operative word in the sentence is again.
Yeah.
What happened to fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Chris Berman, come on, man. It just never worked for Keanu. So he just never could let it go. Finally, Vince puts up Ava and Keanu, and we're getting some special eviction. I don't know. Maybe he can save him. We're gonna sacrifice again, so we'll see what happens with Keanu. We'll see what happens right here in a minute. If you're leaving now, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week, I think, to wrap up. I think we're wrapping up the season. I think the season's ending.
Yes, season ends on Sunday.
Season ends Sunday. So Monday we'll be wrapping up the season.
Rumor has it we might get Sheldon out of the comments.
Yeah, Sheldon might jump out the comments and jump on the show. We might even get a Kylie sighting this season. I don't know. If you're leaving now and you don't want to hear the spoilers, thank you for joining us. If you joined us for the first time today, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure all season. We're going to be back next week. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, for those that don't know, me and CJ also do a Harry Potter podcast called Justice for Dean Thomas. It is a podcast that we talk about Harry Potter from like a black lens. That's kind of it.
It's just what we do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. We're going through the books. It is a semi-regularly updated podcast. It's on your podcatchers, any kind of podcatcher you got. We're not on YouTube yet. We're on just your podcatcher feeds. So follow us if you want to continue to hear us throughout the year outside of Big Brother. If you want to stick around for spoilers, you're going to get into spoilers right now. We're going to tell you what's been happening in the house. So stick around if you want to do that. But if you're leaving now, take off now. And make sure you like and subscribe and join us next week at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern as we go over that. There's no Aces game next week, right? On Monday?
I think it's Sunday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we're Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I think they're out of here, CJ, just in case. They're gone. Okay.
Man, I thought they'd never leave.
Perfect. All right, it is spoiler time. Spoilers. For those that don't know, as we said, Vince is the HOH. Vince is the HOH. Keanu and Ava are on the block. We have already had the veto competition. We have already had an eviction, by the way. The HOH competition was Friday night. Tasha, yes, Harry Potter. It's called Justice for Dean Thomas. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. The first couple episodes, the audio is terrible, but get through it. And then the audio gets way better. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Facts.
Not gonna hold you. Gonna definitely tell you the truth on that.
Yeah, we decided we were all gonna hang out together, and that was a poor choice.
Yeah, it's worth the listen. But here's the thing. Okay, back to the spoilers. This is important. Vince wins the HOH. He puts up Keanu and Ava. Morgan wins another veto.
Because at this point, Morgan is the veto queen.
At this point, Morgan wins vetoes. Vince wins HOHs. That's just kind of how things go. That's just how it is. Because she wins, she is not going to use it. Keanu tears Vince a new asshole. He told him, we never were working together in this game. I can't believe you chose her over me. Vince was like, just smirking and was like, hey man, well, it was good playing with you. And he's like, we were never playing together. Vince is like, well, it was good having you in the house then, I guess. I don't know. And then he was like, you'll never get my vote. You're just a terrible ally. I should have never trusted you. My biggest regret in this game was even floating the one person I could have trusted. I floated her name to you. I should have never did that. The only person that ever had my back in this game was Rachel. Hell, and I was mad at her for putting up Riley, and he didn't even have my back. No one had my back in this game except for Rachel, and that's the one person I almost betrayed. I feel so dumb. Chelsea said, I think 301 AFP. I think that's dumb. I think that was the dumbest thing I ever did. He tears Vince a new asshole. Vince doesn't give a fuck. That's one of the big things that happened over the weekend. They then thought the eviction was going to be pretty quick. It wasn't.
No, it was not. There was a lot of awkward waiting.
Yeah, it was a dead man walking. Vince wins the HOH on Thursday. The HOH competition, the evictions the nominations happened Thursday night. The veto competition was Friday.
Yeah, Friday night. I thought.
Yeah, they thought the eviction would be Friday.
Yeah,
it wasn't. They thought it would be Saturday. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
They thought it would be Sunday.
Nothing.
So today the fees went down. They found out there was going to be some kind of like eviction sacrifice thing. Fees were down. Feeds came back up probably about 4 hours ago. Keanu has been evicted. They're saying that they're glad that they got rid of him because the competition, whatever it was, he would have surely won it. We have a new HOH, but your new HOH is same as your old HOH. Morgan is the new HOH.
4 straight HOHs.
Back to back to back to back.
She is
Vince
amazing.
Morgan, they're just swapping them. It's just so crazy. But they're not swapping them. Morgan's just been running through the house. She's just been living in the HOH room for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Vinny got on his last HOH, he got a letter from his parents and no pictures of Kelsey.
Yep.
No mention of Kelsey, no pictures of Kelsey. So,
But has Vinny clocked that?
We gonna jump into that right now. They got videos from home. They had videos from home yesterday. Keanu got a video from his mom. Ashley got a video from her parents. Morgan got a video from her parents. Ava got a video from her parents and her boyfriend. Vince got a video from his parents. That was it. So that's a development.
I'm surprised Vince didn't just get a video from his dog because Vince sucks.
Yeah, Vince sucks. That happens. Yes, Sheldon. She has a boyfriend. She talks about him. She misses him a lot. They did a whole thing on him on one of the episodes.
Yep. Sheldon sleepwalking through the episodes like Ava sleepwalked through the game.
So now the next thing. So now we're at the Final Four. Final Four veto, as we know, Final Four veto is low-key the most important veto because the person who has the veto has the sole power to evict. Morgan won the HOH. She is safe. She will be in the final 3. Morgan is the one to win this game. Morgan is in pole position. That's just straight up. I don't know. I don't remember who has her in our competition.
Sure
I think maybe CJ does.
Pretty sure I do.
I think you do. I think I stopped tracking early on when we said everything went to hell.
Oh yeah. I think we quit.
We quit early on. I'll have to go through my notes, but I'm pretty sure CJ has her. We thought she wouldn't do well. She locked in and became the gamer.
I think I have Morgan, Ashley, and Ava.
Yeah, there we go. Well,
because I ended up with Ava last because you tried to take the mystery house guest.
I tried to take Rachel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let me. But Morgan has been more God. She has been playing the best game. She's locked in the win. Vince is not cutting her. He's just going to take her to the end. And we're going to talk about the reason Vince is not cutting her, because this is a big thing. This is why I want to talk about this earlier. So over the weekend, they were talking about option 1. Option 1, they were talking in code. Option 1 was Vince said to her, so what's the percentage outside of here, And she's like, well, I mean, due to circumstances, I haven't even thought about it. But it's not a 0 chance, but it's non-existent. No, it's not non-existent. It's not non-existent.
Yeah. I'm not saying no.
But it's not so it's not 0. But I haven't even considered it because of circumstances. And he's like, but if it's not circumstances, what's the situation? You know what I'm saying? Because Vince is the one that's asking this. And that's why, what's up, Kaz? Not late, always on time. We're here talking about Vincent and Morgan. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because earlier in the chat, we were talking about who's at fault here and all that stuff. I personally am of the fact of the philosophy that Vince is the one in the relationship.
Yes.
It is 100. The onus is 100% on the person in the relationship to be the person in the relationship.
Right.
So the concept that any of this falls on Morgan is crazy to me.
But it goes along with the whole thing that everyone in the house believes, that Vince is like sniveling and weak and can't help himself, so we have to just accept him as he is, which is bullshit.
Yeah, and so like when we're in this earlier in the chat, we were talking about Juan in the chat earlier was saying, let me see if I can find it. Juan earlier in the chat was saying that like Morgan, they're both at fault, but that Morgan should respect the relationship. Right, I think I found it. Morgan needs to respect the relationship, and if he's getting too close, then she should stop it. I disagree. That's not her responsibility. He's an adult man. He should not be saying to her, what's the percentages? He has already made a conscious decision that he is willing to risk it all. He's made that choice by asking these questions. When he, and you had mentioned earlier, CJ, about what exactly is cheating, right? Like what point, not what exactly is, but like what your definition of cheating is. To me, it's not even the definition of cheating. When Vince, it's not even the cuddling to me. Like, it's not even the cuddling or the definition of cheating or any of that stuff for me. None of that. It was when Vince was starting to look at Morgan, I want to say about, what's today? Today
like a month ago now.
Yeah, it was about a month ago. It was about a month and a half ago. I watched Vince look at Morgan, and I could see a glimmer in his eye that he decided that she was worth risking it all. And it was right after Sheldon in the chat. Sheldon jumped out the chat and onto the show. I love this.
It was time, gentlemen. Honey, I'm home.
So Sheldon said, I'm coming out the chat and onto the show. So for those that don't know, this is Sheldon. He was in the chat. He is one of the mods. He's one of the people here on For the Fans. And he said, I'm tired of waiting. I'm here to talk. So
well, we finally got into something interesting this season. I'm watching Jerry Springer and our Big Brother, and I love me some Jerry Springer.
So what I was saying though is that when he is sitting there, and it was about a month and a half ago, when he was sitting there watching, looking at Morgan, it had nothing to do with the cuddles. At that moment, he said, I'm willing to risk it all.
Yes.
At that moment, it was already over. It was already over. He's made this choice about Kelsey, his girlfriend. He's decided to light that relationship on fire, and he's going to make a run at Morgan. And it's over then.
So I don't necessarily, by the way, disagree with you. By the way, hello, CJ and Kevin. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of the moment, but here's the thing. He knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. She knows what she's doing. They both know exactly what's going on here. So putting on this facade in front of not just America, but more importantly, in front of each other is weird as hell. If he wants to pursue this and move on from his 4-year-long relationship,
seven.
Whatever the hell it is, you know what? Look in the camera and tell this young woman that he's dating with, I'm sorry, Kelsey. This is not the way it should end. But if he was a fucking man, he would keep it in his pants and behave. And if he wants something with Morgan later, he'll wait, have the conversation with Kelsey, and actually behave properly.
Well, Sheldon,
like he's lying to himself. He's lying to Morgan. He's lying to his girlfriend. He's lying to America. He's not he is the evil man here.
Well, yes. Well, I have to even tell you that it's beyond that, right? It's beyond that because it's not even a keep it in your pants type situation. We've seen she has seen enough. Kelsey has seen enough. There's nothing even to say. She has seen everything she needs to see. It has been enough. It's over. There needs to be no conversation. The conversation's been had. That's
yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Right. But he doesn't need to look at a camera. She's seen everything she needs to see in a camera. She's seen everything she needs to see in the camera.
But like Vince is the type of guy that's gonna get out of here, go up to Kelsey and be like, well, like, I put her on my list and I didn't laminate the list, so like it's fine.
Cass is right here in the chat. He's a weasel through and through. He's a weasel through and through.
I will say I feel a little bad talking about this because
this is our job. This is our free job.
I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for this for Miss Kelsey. Kelsey, that's her name.
Yes.
She didn't deserve this. She didn't sign up to be on Big Brother. She didn't sign up for this shit. Like, it's not. And the truth is, we don't know what her relationship was with him. They might have been on and off for the last year. Like, we don't know. It might have been over. Right? We don't actually know.
Right.
But have some freaking respect, Mr. Vinny.
Correct.
And I honestly think it's this shit. Not outside of all of his stupid game shit that he did, this is what will make him lose the game. Like, I actually don't see a world where he's against anybody left in this house that he wins.
He loses to literally everyone.
So I actually went on the Big Brother Reddit board this week and was, because I read Reddit, like, that's what I do. It's how I interact with the game. And
respect yourself. Reddit is
don't be embarrassed.
But like, I had a comment with over 50 likes that basically said that Vinny has no chance at winning because at this point everything he does is attributed to Morgan because he doesn't own anything. Then you add into the fact that Ashley has the votes of a lot of the people in the house or in the jury house, so she's not going to beat. Like, he's not going to beat her. And then when it comes to Ava, there's a lot of people that he's just pissed off.
Yes.
Like, if they don't want to vote for Ava, they just may not want to vote for him less.
Well, Ava has 3 locked votes. Ava has 3 locked votes in Kelly, Lauren, and Will as is. And then Keanu already said, fuck this
He's
dude.
not giving his vote to him. It's over.
It's a wrap. That's a wrap.
He can't beat anybody. I kind of feel bad for him. But I'll also say that, like, his purpose in the game now is not winning the game.
It's the pickle winner.
Is Morgan.
It's the pickle winner. That's it.
No, his purpose in the game is to make sure Morgan makes it to final 2.
And wins. And wins, and hopefully he might have a chance. But that's it. Like, he I don't think he actually believes he can win.
Yeah. He has to know he can't. He has to know he can't.
I don't think he does.
You've gone this far. There's no way. So he's gonna leave without the win, without the girl. Because I'm with Mary here. Morgan's not talking to this man once the show's over. This is it. Like,
any romantic interest she had in him, she will lose when she watches back the edit.
Why do you think that?
Okay, we talked about it. You came in a little late. I know you're getting caught up. Morgan's gonna have a world of suitors when she gets out of here.
Sure.
On top of that, especially because if she doesn't get taken out at 3, because she's going to 3. She already won the HOH, so she's going to 3. She's gonna win the game, right?
When she's in 3, she wins the game. Period. Full stop. It's done.
Yes. So when she wins the game, she's going to have a world of suitors first and foremost. Secondly, she is on tap to be on the challenge.
Yeah,
for sure. She's already a person on social media because she's a gamer, she's a streamer. This is she's going to segue right onto the internet and be an internet person.
Yes.
This is going to lead right back onto the internet for her, which has another litany of people. Vinny is going to be farthest from her mind.
Maybe I don't know. Look, maybe they're actually going to be in love. I don't know.
I don't think they're in love. I don't think they're in love.
I doubt it, but I don't know. I hope something good comes out of this shit.
I don't know how she keeps feelings for him if she rewatches the show and watches him genuinely waffle for another girl.
Well, the fact that she still brings up Lauren right now,
Yes.
right now. She was talking about Lauren today, about him still picking Lauren today. She'll
But
never forget.
Isn't that an argument for her? Like, she has feelings for him. Like, that's the argument that she still has Lauren on her mind.
No, Sheldon. She doesn't like the fact that he picked somebody over her. She didn't like the fact that Zach was picked Lauren over her. She doesn't like Lauren. She doesn't like someone picking someone over her. Picking Lauren over her.
I will say, I again, you guys are gonna hate that I say this. I feel bad for him in the sense that when he comes out of this house, he's going to need a lot of help and a lot of
100%.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard on him.
100%.
And like, I hope that he has good people around him and family, and Big Brother helps, because the world's going to fucking attack him, and that won't be easy on him. And
they're going to crush him.
I really hope, us included, we will be kind.
If we ever got Vinny on this show, we would be kind to him, but we would be ruthless in telling him how much we disliked how he played the game.
Yeah, so Sheldon, as I said last week, I hate Vinny in this game. I do not hate him like I hate Daniel Durston. Daniel Durston is a terrible person, right? Vinny's not a bad person.
Have you met him yet?
Thankfully, no. I have not seen him in Vegas. If I had, I would. There's been people that I've seen on Big Brother that I did not like, and I have just chosen to not speak to them. And I've been in like pretty places with them. I've just chosen not to speak to them because I had nothing nice to say, so I just didn't say nothing to them. If I saw Daniel Durston in person, I would approach him and tell him the nice things I have. I would not normally say to a person. I would approach him and tell him all those.
Does he do Big Brother events, or has he like been excommunicated?
He's excommunicated. He does not do Big Brother events, but because he would not be welcomed. Yeah. He would not be welcomed. And he lives in Las Vegas. We live in Las Vegas. If I saw him around Las Vegas, I would tell him to his face the things I think of him.
And also, Las Vegas is smaller than you think.
Yeah, the outside of like the Strip area, it's smaller than you think. So if I saw him, I would tell him to his face because he's a bad person. This guy is not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad game player. That's just it.
Yeah.
He's a bad game player, and
his relationship not my business.
Nobody's business. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Morgan. I feel bad for Kelsey. There's a lot of feeling bad.
The part that for me I feel bad for Morgan is that people are blaming her. She's not in this relationship.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's gonna get crushed coming out of this too, and she didn't do anything wrong.
She didn't do nothing wrong.
She didn't do anything wrong, but she should have really I don't know, Sheldon, even as I was saying right now, when they were like laying there, he's the one that says, "Hey Morgan, so what's the percentage then when we get up out of here?" Yeah, but her answer is not zero. She's leading him on too. She's on the journey.
She's not leading him on. She said, "I haven't thought about it because." Your situation. That's
bullshit. She has thought about it. That's the reason she's in bed with him 24/7. That's bullshit. She wants him in that house right now just as much as he wants her. Okay. By the way, she's not in a relationship with this girl. She's not at fault. He's at fault, but she could have not moved on down this process.
Yes, Vince is looking for a mommy. He is looking for a mammy. Rhea Ripley.
I don't know what a mammy is, but I want one too.
So outside of that, that's basically all the things that happened this weekend. Nothing else really happened over the weekend.
Outside of
all the spoilers.
I must say, I just watched the show like 10 minutes ago. I love how the scenery was beautiful. The way they did the nomination was beautiful. It was fun. I liked it today.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the mastermind stuff. I think it was fun. I liked how it went away for a while, and then they were like, "Oh shit, we got this mastermind stuff. Let's go grab it."
I do think that they said that it's going to be a special or a weird eviction. My prediction is I think they're going to make him do a public vote.
Oh, maybe
for Keanu or for the next one,
Or for the Keanu
For
one.
the Keanu one. For the
Because
Keanu
they
one.
talk about how it's a special vote.
What happened in that vote, correct?
Yeah, no, Keanu went home.
Well, I know Keanu went home, but how was it like a regular vote? Did something else happen?
They haven't talked. They at least haven't talked about it before we jumped on.
Cool.
Yeah, which is why I said I think it would have been a public vote. Maybe that's how they did it, for it to be quote unquote special.
And there were 2 votes, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a 2-0, and I assume there wasn't a tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't sound like anything crazy. It didn't sound like he had a competition or anything. Well, we don't know for sure yet.
Jens, can I ask, do you think that if he would end up in the final 2 against anybody, would he win?
Who?
Keanu.
No.
You don't think Keanu beat? I'm not
No.
sure Keanu beats Morgan. I think Keanu might beat the rest.
Mm-mm.
No,
He wouldn't
I
have
think
beaten.
He might beat Ava.
He would beat Vinny. He would beat Vinny.
He would beat Vinny.
Well, everybody's beating Vinny.
Yeah,
The
he wouldn't
first
have
person who Zay is the first guy who thought he's beating Vinny. Okay.
Well, he wouldn't have beaten Ava because Ava would have still had Lauren, Kelly, and Will. And then she just had to find
Ashley.
one more. Probably Ashley. Yeah, probably Ashley, and then that's 4. She doesn't beat. He beats Vinny, doesn't beat Ashley because Ashley probably gets Rachel's vote.
Yeah.
If she's sitting next
she gets
to
Will's vote.
Gets Ava's vote.
Yeah.
She probably gets
Morgan's vote.
Yeah.
But he has a better chance than some others.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a world where Keanu could win. I have to say, he started to grow on me as the season progressed.
Yeah, I love Keanu was fun.
Brilliance, but because of his sheer endurance and ability to get himself out of sticky situations.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
But I think, and this kind of goes back to what we've been talking about all season with the blockbuster and what the new normal is. I think they introduced it as a way for people to stop targeting perceived comp beast early in the season.
But they got to get rid of it at.
I think they could get rid of it at jury. I think it went a little too far.
Mary said in the chat that she heard. Let me see if I can pull it up. Mary heard that there's going to be next season. She thought people talking about having 2 nominees and hold to the veto until Thursday, so there's no blockbuster. I don't know if that works for next season. So they play the veto on Thursday.
But so that's an interesting idea. But I see that's a world that happens when there's only 2 episodes a week. Like they have a 3rd episode, what the heck happens?
Yeah.
But I like the idea actually.
I don't because I like having the 3 people up there and then 1 person coming down. If you do a veto and then you just replace a person at that time, there's no time to strategize because you don't know who's going up. Therefore, you don't know how to do the votes, and you can't discuss how to strategize once the person goes up.
I mean, you could do that as you want to have the live tribal, so you make them play the veto. Like, if you open the episode where, like, the first segment is the veto, and then they use it, and then they let them talk while you show them what happened leading up to that, you can then, on the Sunday episode, show all of the conversation in those 2 segments of them trying to figure out who to send home.
Well,
so, like, what day do they play? What day do they do the veto then?
I think you probably do the veto on Wednesday, but you don't. Well, I guess then people are going to say, oh, well, you play it. I guess you end the Wednesday episode with them drawing for veto.
So then do they draw for veto on Monday?
So I think the difficulty, though,
I guess.
I think the difficulty of having a veto also on the Thursday, same day as actual eviction happens, is it doesn't actually give them enough time to edit the show in a manner that tells us all of the intricacies of what happened if it's a real live show. So we all know the show's not live when we watch it, a live show. It's a live eviction. It happens on Thursday. They have a few hours to put it together and make it look like it's live. But 2 hours is not enough time to actually weave all the stories nicely together. So from a production perspective, that's actually always been one of my issues with the fact that I don't care if the eviction is actually on Thursday, if the show's on. I would actually prefer the eviction on the Wednesday, so they actually give me a really good episode on the Thursday for that eviction. I don't see a benefit for the live thing. I don't see a benefit for there being an audience if that's the only reason why they want a live show.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You're right. There's not enough time to edit it so that way it flows well for storyline purposes, especially for casuals, because they need a storyline for the casuals.
Which I think there was only 1 or 2 weeks this year where after the blockbuster there was actually any game talk, because they've sort of done all the game talk. Well, if X wins, this is and that's like, I think it kind of takes away from the blockbuster fun. I want that spur of the moment game talk. I want them in 30 minutes to figure out who they're.
Well, so it's because that they were not good game players this season. Last season we had a lot of that because Chelsea was able to help create the game talk the last minute to dictate what she wanted to happen in those last minute seconds.
Yeah. Chelsea was the queen of we may not get this chance again. Maybe we should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair. Maybe this is an anomaly. Let me ask you guys, I know you're about to probably say goodnight, but next year, Big Brother comes back for season 28, 38?
Yes.
29,
whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, 29, 28.
What should they change? What should happen for this hell of a season to not happen again?
Sheldon,
and arguably,
we'll tell you next week. We're gonna go through all that next week when we wrap up the season.
Okay.
We'll wrap up the season. You better be here next week.
I have to come back.
You have to come back.
Okay,
you said in the chat you would be here.
If next
not
week's
this chat,
show,
our chat.
Yeah, next week's the last show.
I'm back next week if it's the last show.
Next week's the last show.
Okay, I'll be back.
CJ, Morgan's choice music is Paramore.
She's trying to get me to have a crush on Morgan again.
CJ's back.
I think Paramore came to my Frosh week.
CJ's back.
Really?
I think Paramore, it's the girl, the woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an actual band, but yeah, Haley Williams is the front. I travel to see Paramore.
Back in.
Like fly around the country to go to Paramore concerts.
For free.
You know how big of a Paramore fan I am? I almost went to the Eras tour in London because Paramore was opening.
CJ's back in.
Okay, but I'm talking about Paramore in 2006.
I'm talking about Paramore in 2025.
Same band. CJ's in.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, Sheldon, for joining us last minute. Thank you guys for joining us. Mary, Tasha, Kaz, Paula for joining us for the first time. Juan earlier. Everybody that came through the chat today. Thank y'all. We enjoyed
this chat, gentlemen, this year has been a really fun family. I've loved being with them.
It's been a blast,
folks.
Jackie, thanks for joining us.
Sheldon loves you more than us. That's why he doesn't join us.
It was more fun.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not even mad about it. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We have Sheldon on. Sheldon will be on the panel. We're going to be wrapping up the season and chatting, just going through everything that happened and talking about probably Morgan's win more than likely.
Who else wants to join us?
That's not how this works. Jump in the chat. Thank y'all for joining us. Coming to you from outside the Big Brother. Coming to you from outside the Big Brother house. Good night.
Good night.